Hi, and welcome to the Empower Students Now podcast. I'm Amanda, your host, and I'm excited today to tell you some updates about my life and the craziness that's going on around me. And I want to share a really important mindset shift, I guess you could call it, that's helped me through some really stressful times. And I feel like the end of the school year, it can be very exciting, but it can also be extremely stressful. And so I want to help teachers navigate all of the hard times ahead. I mean, I know there's a light at the end of the tunnel with summer vacation coming up, but you got to get there first, right? So this episode is going to hopefully help you with that. Welcome to the Empower Students Now podcast, a podcast about equity, neurodiversity, mindfulness, and student engagement. There's a lot that needs to change in our education system. The good news is teachers have the power to make these changes now. All right, so the mind, I'm going to call it a mind practice that I want to talk to you about today is, well, it's acceptance, but it's more than that. It's self-acceptance. So if you've been listening to this podcast for a while, you know that I am a meditation teacher. I went through a 2-year program to obtain my certificate to teach meditation. And so you would think that I would be super, dedicated to some sort of, practice is what they call it in the world of meditation teachers, a practice. And I right now am just going through a lot. I am moving. We just sold our house in the Bay Area, and my husband is quitting his job. His last day is May 7th, and we are moving our 11-year-old kid to a Spanish-speaking country. And we don't speak Spanish. We want to. It's one of the reasons that we're moving to Uruguay, is how English speakers pronounce it. That is not how people in Uruguay pronounce it, or Latin America. And I'll try and pronounce it at some point in the future when I feel like I've nailed it. Or maybe I should just try it right now and just practice self-acceptance right now and just say it in the way that I think you're supposed to say it in Spanish. So here it goes. I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to say this country's name that I am moving to in the way you're supposed to say it in Spanish, and I'm going to love myself no matter how bad it sounds. Okay, are you ready? Uruguay. So the U is pronounced oo, and sometimes I've heard it where the G is not even, like you can't hear it, but I'm pretty sure you're supposed to say the G. So Uruguay. I'm moving to Uruguay. And this whole process has taken over a year of figuring out how to make all of this happen. And it's happening. We also have a dog and a cat that we're moving with us as well. And we have an Airbnb. We're staying in an Airbnb for a few months. When we get there, we have someone who's helping us. We hired him. He's a local. He's wonderful. He's been helping us for months and months and months now, get all of the documents we need to become permanent residents. And we have appointments coming up in June that we have to go to. It's a lot. It's so stressful. And I probably sound excited and happy. And I am. I'm so excited and happy about this change. But it's also been extremely stressful and hard and scary. So scary. But I'm okay. Like, people keep asking me, like, how are you doing? And I can't believe you're doing this. And sometimes people will say, you're so courageous. And that freaks me out a little bit more than I'd like, because sometimes I like to think, well, no, I'm not courageous. I'm just, we're just doing this. And, we could always come back if if it doesn't work out. I try and maybe minimize the large bigness of this life decision. But I think that what's really helped me through all of this chaos and stress has been just self-acceptance, accepting who I am and accepting the feelings that I have, the complex feelings that I have about it all, because they are complex. One moment I might feel, really excited, and then the next moment I feel panic, and I've been, sleep has been hard because I wake up thinking of all the things we have to do. We've had pages and pages of lists of things that we have to get done, like selling our cars. We haven't done that yet. And our plane ticket, we're leaving. We have a one-way ticket, May 19th, 1 a.m. We're flying out. And it's all just, it's so hard. And we have a community, we have friends, and we're trying to spend time with them. And have I been meditating through all of this? I'm going to say yes and no. So sometimes I don't. And sometimes I feel guilty about that. And sometimes I think, wow, you should really slow down, Amanda. You should really do some of the self-care practices that you should be doing, that are good for you, and yet I resist them, and I sort of throw a little temper tantrum in my own head about how much I have to do, and I don't have time for that shit. I just and that's okay. I can accept all of it. I can accept how stressed I am. I can accept the part of me that rejects meditation right now. And I can still take a moment to breathe, even though I'm not maybe meditating that day. And I can still benefit from meditating another day. And I have meditated. Actually, one of our rooms in our house is totally empty. There's nothing in it except my yoga mat. Have you ever meditated in a totally empty room? It's pretty weird. And sometimes I just go in there and I lay down, flat on my back. And sometimes maybe I'll stretch and listen to a podcast at the same time, because that's just what I feel like I need in the moment. Right now I'm recording this episode in my car because my house is so echoey, and this episode is supposed to come out tomorrow. So I'm recording this. It's April 24th, and it's going to come out tomorrow. So I was supposed to record this days ago, but I didn't have time. So I guess the tip, along with sharing all of these wild things that are happening in my life right now with you, I also want to share that, maybe you're going through some wild changes. You all are. You're teachers. It's the end of the school year. How do you navigate that? You navigate it with self-acceptance. You navigate it with feeling. And what is self-acceptance? It's accepting your quirks. It's not beating yourself up. And I think that a lot of women and teachers, that habit is something that's ingrained and they don't even realize they're doing it. And so I'm telling you right now, just be aware of it. Think, I am aware. Right now, I am aware. My life is very chaotic. I am very stressed. I have a lot that's going on, and I see that. I'm aware. And you could just say that. I am aware. I'm aware, but I still accept myself. And I'm actually right now, you can't see me, but I'm putting both my hands on my heart, and I'm just – You could take a breath with me right now if you want, like any moment of your life, no matter how stressed you are, you can always take a breath. And notice it. Things are hard. Things are changing. Things are overwhelming. I am eating very unhealthy lately. I can barely keep up with my podcast lately. Saying these things is making me feel like crying. After this episode, I might go and cry a little bit. And guess what? That's okay. It's okay. I can cry. Actually, it's quite healthy for me to go and cry. So that's what I'm going to go do right now, because I do feel a lot of emotion bubbling up as I'm talking to you about all of this. And I'm thinking about you. I'm thinking about all the teachers in the world, and especially in the US, where we're wrapping up our school years. You're wrapping up your school years. Things are just changing rapidly. Every day is something new and exciting and sad and scary. And the world of politics is the same. It's, everything is just, it's all changing really fast. And so I just got goosebumps thinking about you, listener, taking these deep breaths with me right now. We're going to be okay, aren't we? Thank you so much for listening, and hopefully I'll be back with another episode next week. But if I do miss a few weeks, now you know why. Okay, thanks for listening. And if you enjoyed this episode, if you found it helpful, please share it with someone else that you think would also find it helpful. Thank you. Bye-bye.